Here we are with our next segment. We're going to talk about Eric Detmar. He made a big scene. He got eliminated in the Hall of Fame bracket, a bracket that we as a league did, 64 players. It was a head-to-head matchup. Winner moves on, and he ended up losing in the Elite Eight as a lower seed to Kyle Jansma. And for this segment, I got Jordan Moselle and Austin Warner with me. But he said he was disrespected that he lost. He said championships determine better players, not individual records. So I want to hear what your guys' thoughts on how you feel, not necessarily just about Eric and Detmer as a whole, but based on what he said. He said he was embarrassed that he lost.
Well, I don't think you deserve. I don't think you should be embarrassed that he lost. It's not like Kyle is undeserving of this role. Kyle's done a lot for the league. I feel like sure Eric's won a bunch, but you can't just look at that and just herald that over everything else that like Kyle has done. I just think collectively, just overall, Kyle's achievements have exceeded Eric's, more or less.
I'm gonna have to disagree. I think that Eric is an all-around better player than Kyle Jansma is. I think Eric is a better pitcher. I think Eric is the best base runner in the league, besides me. And he's a hell of a fielder. He played on our national team. His first year eligible. He competed on our team. He's brought in a lot of guys, from Lake Central and other areas to our league as well. And he did win the championship last year. And I know Eric did say championships kind of determine how good of a player you are, correct?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's a piece of it, small piece, but
Did he coattail off his brother?
Did he coattail off his brother this past year? No, I think
3 years for both championships. He coattailed off Brett.
I wasn't around. This is my only year. Was this past year, so I can't comment on that. But I think Eric's a better player than Kyle Jansma, all around for sure.
Eric's never been the best player on a team. Never.
That's okay.
Statistically.
He would have been if he was on the Ovens. So
False. That's false. Jack would have been better, and actually Kyle Jansma was a little bit better last year statistically. I'm going to ask you a question. You switch Eric, put him on the Ovens last year. You switch Kyle, put him on the Bombers.
What is this going off of? Your rankings or just like statistics? No, I disagree.
But one thing is true. Base running is not a part of that. So you have a very good point right there.
Is fielding a part of it? No, it's not.
No.
Also
okay,
not.
Thank you. Next question.
So you think if Kyle was on the Bombers and Eric was on the Ovens, would anything change last season?
Yes, I think they might have beaten the Otters with Eric instead of Jansma, but that's just. I mean, he had a trash team. The Otters were not a good team.
I don't know.
The absolute.
And they still beat the Ovens. So
I'm pretty sure if you switch those players around, the Bombers still win.
I agree with you. Listen, Eric Detmar, he can be a Robert Horry of this league. He can gain championships all he wants, but until he proves something from an ownership perspective and being the leader of the team, no. Kyle's been the best player for his team all 4 seasons.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. Kyle Jansma is a better player than Eric.
Okay, now you're screwing me.
Sorry.
I also got with me, I got Greg and Caleb. So tell me what you guys think. Eric or Kyle Jansma? Who you guys got?
Not just saying this because he was my owner last year, but Kyle Jansma. I mean, he's done a lot. I think he's just a better overall player. I mean, if you just look at it, blind resume, I
even a
think he's
leader
better.
too, right?
Yeah. So
I get what you're saying, but it can't be because if you put Kyle on that Bombers team last year, they don't win the championship. Eric and Brett knows the secret to winning. You need pitching. Brett and Eric have been a 1-2 punch, and from a mental perspective, that is a daunting figure to face. If you don't, you're not going to get 4 innings to score. You're not going to get 3 innings to score. If you don't score in 2 innings, you're not going to win the ball game.
Okay, but if you look at Kyle's pitching resume over the last couple years, take out last year, yes, was bad. But if you look at the rest of his career, his pitching stats are still pretty good. Like
3.5, 4 ERA, yeah, which is good. Which is good for Leroy.
Yeah. So I think he has been, top 15 pitcher. I think that's good enough, and the fact that he excels in all the batting statistical categories makes him better than Eric.
Right. and I get where you're coming from a hitting perspective, but I'll even put this up to you. I would argue, I mean, statistically, I'm the best hitter in the league, but against the Bombers, I'm awful. You can't hit the ball. So a good pitcher will always beat a good hitter. Look at the NWLA tournament. So from a perspective, pitching has to be valued higher than hitting. And if we value that, and from the Bombers winning 2 championships, there's no way that Kyle can be better than Eric. Eric has a career 1.19 ERA, and that's 3. I don't even see Kyle Jansma in the top 10, so he has to have an ERA above 5. So.
All salary teams are based on statistics. Kyle Jansma had his first all salary team this year. Eric Detmar's never had one. Kyle Jansma has 3 all batting teams. Eric has 2 all pitching teams, and Kyle Jansma has 3 all ranking teams, which takes participation and salary. Eric Detmar has 1.
That's what I'm saying.
1.
I just think that overall, if you look at the career resume, that Kyle has been a better player overall.
And consistently come.
Yeah. Like if you're looking at everything, yeah, I get what you're saying about pitching being valued more in our league because it wins championships. But, yeah, you say, well, what if you traded them? The Ovens don't win that game with Eric.
Yes, they do.
No.
Absolutely. How many runs did Kyle give up? At least 6 or 7.
No.
That
was me. That wasn't them. That was Jack and me giving up a lot of runs. Kyle maybe gave up like 3.
So that's the first segment. Final question. I'm going to end each segment with the final question. Who did you guys pick for the Hall of Fame? Did you pick Kyle? Did you pick Eric?
I picked Kyle.
Eric. I didn't vote, but I would have picked Eric.
I would have picked Kyle. And that will be the first segment. I'm going cool. Fuck. I'm going to have to edit this shit out. I got to finish this, Caleb says. What do I do? Press this box that says stop?
On Fireside Chat.
Fireside Chat.
Come on.
I'm editing all this out. Chill out. So, anyways, thanks, guys, for having on. Love the opinion. Appreciate everything.
Yep.
We'll see you on the next show.
Absolutely.